Esoteric astrology is soul-centered astrology. It's the astrology that is interested in something beyond the personality. It's interested in something beyond the material world. It's interested in the cause behind the effect. Esoteric astrology, specifically for the human being, has a great deal to do with our soul purpose, what we are here to give. But esoteric astrology can be applied to a country, can be applied to a planet. It is the study of energy, it's the study of relationship, it's the study of cycles, it's the study of the moment that we're born, each of us is born, the moment a planet is born, the moment a country is born, how does it stand in relationship to the great cosmos?
Because astrology is really a story or a way of looking at things that has to do with the relationship between the macrocosm and the microcosm, the big picture and the human small picture, and what is the relationship between those two things. Astrology is a fantastic tool for understanding not only that relationship, but how that relationship is trying to unfold consciousness to its next level of development. And it can also reveal those aspects in our lower consciousness that are going to be the challenge points that have to be overcome and transformed in order for that higher part of us, the soul, to move forward in its expansive awareness.
Esoteric astrology is the science of all sciences. It coordinates everything. It's an aspect of the great science of relations, and it is intimately correlated with the science of the 7 rays. Esoteric astrology tells us the nature of every being in cosmos, its particular energy radiation, and its mode of interplaying with every other being via the ethers of space.
In science, we would talk about planets having an electromagnetic field. In esotericism, we would say that yes, and that that field has a livingness to it, and that field is intimately connected with the etheric body, the etheric nature of that planet. Just like you and I have an electrical magnetic field, but it's intimately related to or connected with the thing that we call the etheric body and the chakra system.
And this is really the point of origin for all these astrological energies. And so any planet has this field that extends to Earth and extends to each of us. So we all are experiencing each of the planets as a great sphere of energy at any given time. So when we're born, what is our relationship to each of these great living entities that are overlapping and that are surrounding us with their spheres of particular qualities and energies?
The sun represents the personality and the degree of integration of the personality. It's the major predominating sign. It is the sun of probability, whereas the rising sign is the sun of possibility. Most everyone will express their sun sign, but only a few will express the higher reaches of their rising sign.
So when we study esoteric astrology, we study the great cycles of the evolution of consciousness, but we also study our own human growth, and we learn how we can give more fully of ourselves, how we can give our truest soul gift, and how we can use our personality, our doing self, to be in service to this great soul gift.
Now, when it comes to the planets, they have a symbolic meaning. The planets relate more to the personality. The zodiacal constellations relate more to soul development. I'm speaking in general. And there are certain super constellations such as the Great Bear, the Pleiades, and the Little Bear, relate more to the development of the spirit in man. They are like the spiritual triad of man. So there's all different kinds of ways of realizing that astrology doesn't just affect the personality, it affects all aspects of our energy system, and we have to find the ways in which it does so, and then learn how to meditate in such a way that we can appropriate the energy so that it actually touches those areas of our energy system which we seek to see developed. All of these planets, by the way, have rays. I mean, that may be another matter, but every one of them has important rays, and the rays coming through the planets are a great part of the way they condition us.
The 7 rays are intimately related to esoteric astrology from a couple perspectives. First is that the 7 rays find their access into our earthly experience through the zodiacal signs and planets. Each of the 7 rays finds a entrance point through 3 different signs of the zodiac. In addition, the 7 rays are evident in planets, because planets are, of course, living entities, and they too have a soul nature, and they too have a personality nature, and different planets are animations or living beings along different ray lines. So esoteric astrology takes all of that into consideration when trying to interpret a person's chart.
The signs are 30-degree divisions of the ecliptic, beginning from the vernal equinox of the Earth and moving in a circle through 12 different divisions. Every constellation, true constellation that is not just a visual phenomenon, has a lord of a constellation who expresses certain energies, and the signs specializes and appropriates those energies for use on the Earth. So really the energies come from the constellations, and their appropriated, modified, transformed expression is the responsibility of the mediating signs.
The study of esoteric astrology is such a beautiful way into understanding our innate gifts and understanding ourselves, so we know who we are, who we are at the most intimate and true levels, so that we in fact know what to give. If we know who we are, we'll know what to do. Esoteric astrology is a great dance, and we all play a part, and we all move with the cycles, and we can all celebrate the journey that we're on through this study.
There are many things that we've talked about regarding esoteric astrology, and all of them, when we put it all together, it helps us to realize the absolute livingness of the larger system that we're in, and that you and I are living constituent parts of a larger being, a larger set of beings that are part of cosmos. And this is all about understanding your relationship to the larger whole. So esoteric astrology is a tremendously useful tool to understand the journey of life and to have both an experiential and intellectual understanding of how you are a divine spark of life within a greater life, and that you have a purpose to play within that greater life.